Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair.
Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel.
Today we are in England.
And today we're gonna start our road trip from England to Scotland. So we have a very hectic schedule ahead of us.
Yeah, we're gonna go all the way up the west coast of England, through Scotland and all the way down back to London in only 7 days.
So also it's gonna be the first time we drive on the right side of the car. So it's gonna be very exciting. I'm a bit nervous, but let's give it a go.
We are Christian and Emily, and we are couple nomads. This is our story of how we quit our jobs to travel the world.
So now we're gonna drive from London to Chester. It's gonna take us around 4 hours drive. And we're just gonna go after finishing our 3 days music festival here in London. It's called We Are Festival. It's pretty much 3 days of electronic music from 12 o'clock until probably 1 a.m. It was an amazing time. Thanks for everyone who was there with us if they are watching this video.
We flew into London with Ryanair to spend a day here before the music festival. We're not going to cover things to do in London in this video because we are here a very short time and we wanted to spend that time with Christian's friend Luis.
Yeah, Luis is a friend from back home. He pretty much grew up in the same area where I grew up in Cartagena, and we didn't see each other for probably around 10 years. So it was very, very nice to see him again. Show us around the city, some good spots to go, and thanks again, Luis, for all your hospitality, and hopefully we'll see you again.
So now we're on our way to Chester. We're departing a bit late from London because this morning we woke up in a tent in east of London and we had to go back to Luis' house and pick up our stuff.
Take a shower.
First shower in 3 days. And then we had to go and pick up our rental car, and now we're on our way finally to Chester. So Chester is a 4-hour drive and it's in northwest of England, and we actually be driving really close to Wales. We almost added a third country to this road trip. Chester is actually not very far from Wrexham.
So if you're a big football fan and you want to go see Wrexham playing for the National League or the FA Cup, so we didn't have the chance to get tickets, so we didn't go to the game, but we were so close. They were playing the same night that we were around there. Definitely next time we come to the UK, we're gonna go around and watch Wrexham.
So we just arrived to our guest house in Chester, and the woman who owns it, she called us 30 minutes ago saying that we have to pay a late fee of £20 because we are arriving an hour late. That doesn't say that anywhere in the terms and conditions of the booking site. So obviously we're gonna try to dispute this with Agoda. But we're a bit tired now, so let's see what happens. See you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It is day number 2 of our road trip, and we are gonna go for a walk around Chester before hitting the road. Chester is a beautiful historical city, and it's famous for having unique black and white buildings, and it's really stunning medieval buildings that's 2-story high.
It's like you are back in time, back in the years with all the infrastructure of the buildings. It's quite nice. They also have a clock tower kind of in the middle of the town square. Highly recommended to go there and check the city from above. Definitely recommended and beautiful.
The city is surrounded by city walls that was built a long time ago, and it's like 3.3 kilometers long, and you can walk on these walls for free to walk around the entire city. So we did that for a little bit, and we also passed the Chester Cathedral.
Yeah, if you're a big fan of stories or history, just a fact, Chester is famous because there was a lot of pirates coming on and coming off from this city back in the day, and that's why they built this big fortress around the city. And the best thing is you can walk in these historical places for free. So we do recommend you to go have a walk around the wall, check the cathedral and all of that, and remember all of this was history back in time.
We're not staying very long in Chester. We are actually driving to another country today.
So we're going to Glasgow on the way,
Yeah.
but we're gonna try to stop on the way in any random town in England just for a while to stretch our legs and maybe grab some food.
Yeah, because it's a 4 hours drive from Chester to Glasgow. So let's see where we stop on the way.
Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air.
We just stopped in a town called Penrith. It's a very cozy, cute, historical town.
So we are halfway to Glasgow. Penrith is definitely worth to stop and stretch your legs, have a stroll around town, have a coffee, and visit the ruins of the medieval castle.
We just stopped here to have some lunch, stretch our legs, walk around the town. We saw some ruins, some abandoned castles.
We make a castle to a ruin. Castle.
It was a very scenic drive passing the border between England and Scotland. It's
like
not a
everything
border.
just changed. The sky stopped being rainy and cloudy, and then it's just sunshine.
It's so weird. I mean, it's not an actual border, but it's almost like you can feel that you're leaving England and going into Scotland because suddenly it was all sunny.
And now we see it all tumbling down. They should have fooled a band of baddies. Just like us.
So we're only spending one night here in Glasgow. We dropped our car at the hotel and took the metro into the city.
And then we walk around Buchanan Street. That is one of the famous streets here in Glasgow, where they have a lot of shops, restaurants, cafes, a lot of things there. And at the end of that street is George Square. It's a great place to sit, relax, admire the birds just flying around, and see the people around you doing different kind of stuff.
And we tried haggis for the first time.
Wow, that is one of the highlights of this trip.
Good morning, guys. It is day number 3 and we are leaving Glasgow today. But before we head to our next destination, we are going to do a tour of Celtic Park.
The Celtic experience was actually very good value for money for what you pay. You get to go into the locker rooms inside the stadium where all the football players get changed. You go to the conference room where they do the interviews for the football games and after the football games. And also you get to see all the trophies they won in their entire history.
But if you're a tourist like us, you might struggle a little bit to understand the tour guide's accent.
Penalty kick, not sure if it was, but I'm biased.
Yeah, was there.
I think it would have been Tom, think so. I think we're biased there enough, isn't it? And then Tommy Gamble equalises, and then any Celtic fan.
After the trophies, we went inside the pitch and we had the chance to sit in the benches where the coach stays during the games. We also had the chance to sit in Rod Stewart, famous singer, seat that is specifically safe for him.
To be honest, I didn't know much about Celtic before this tour other than Henrik Larsson. He used to play here for a while, and apparently he's still considered a legend in this club. And I got to sit in his spot in the locker room.
After this experience, you get to know why Scotland and Glasgow are kind of split in two parts. One is are all the Celtic fans and one are all the Rangers fans. Everything goes back into their religion back in the day. The Ranger fans they consider themselves as native Scottish people, as well as Protestant and loyalist. And in the other hand, you have all the Celtic fans that they are more Irish descendants and more Catholic and Republican. In general, we spent around 1 hour. Was very entertaining, very funny, a lot of good jokes, very good experience. Definitely worth it if you are in Glasgow.
There is so much more to do here in Glasgow, so if you have more time, you can definitely spend easily another day here. We are on our way to Edinburgh, but before going there, we are going to take a short detour to Stirling. So we just stopped in Stirling and drove up to Stirling Castle and walked around for a bit. We didn't have much time here, so we didn't go inside the castle. The town is like taken out of a fairy tale. All the houses here, all the buildings, they look like little castles. It's definitely a place that we recommend stopping if you're in Scotland. Whether you're just passing by on the way north or on the way to Edinburgh like us, it's such a cute little fairy tale town to at least come and have some lunch and walk around if you're not staying for the night.
used to be kinda sane. I used to act kinda normal, I couldn't complain. Now it's never the same. I find myself picking pieces.
Our day is not over yet. We arrived in Edinburgh around 5 p.m. and checked into a hotel only to discover that they don't have a car park, even though that was in the description when we booked it. But luckily we found a parking spot not so far away for the night. And then I guess we'll have to figure out tomorrow what we do, because we have one more day in Edinburgh that we're going to spend the whole day in the city. But right now we're going to go and meet our friend Stefan for a drink.
I got the chance to see one of my good friends, Stefan, who lives here in Edinburgh. We went to see him just near the beach in Portobello. It's called an area called Joppa Rocks. Very recommended, just in front of the beach, few restaurants around there, the area, and very easy to access by public transport. We just ate in the restaurant outside the bay. Very good mussels. Very, very good mussels. You should try them. We highly recommend them. And then after having a few beers and some mussels, we went to Musselborough. Yeah, believe it or not, there is a neighborhood that is called Musselborough just near where we eat the mussels. And it's where Stefan lives. So we decided to go with him and his friend, and we went to the local pub. And pretty funny thing, as soon as you go to the pub, make sure you don't mention Rangers or Celtic, because I mentioned, go on Ranger, go Celtic, and people look at me weird. Then they told me, better don't say anything.
Today we are going to explore Edinburgh city. But first, we are starting the day with a Scottish breakfast. With haggis, of course. We passed by Edinburgh Castle, we walked the Royal Mile. It's like stepping into a Harry Potter movie, just walking around the city. We even found a Harry Potter store. We also passed Scott Monument and the statue of Greyfriar Bobby. He was a Skye Terrier who reportedly spent 14 years guarding the grave of his owner, John Grey. And according to the myth, you rub his nose for good luck. We ended our walk with watching the sunset over Arthur's Seat. Edinburgh has many myths and stories about ghosts on the city grounds. We were a bit tired from the late night last night, so we didn't go on a ghost tour, but I think it would be really cool to do one in the evening. For full details of places to not miss when you are here, visit our blog, link is in the description below. It is day 5, and today we are going to leave Scotland. It's been sunny, it's been fantastic, but unfortunately we have to drive back to England today. I'm sure it's gonna rain just crossing the border back to England, but let's go to our next destination. Today we are driving down the east coast towards Newcastle. It's about 2.5-3 hours drive, but we are going to do a planned stop on the way to visit Bamburgh Castle. The castle has rich history dating back to the 6th century and is known for its stunning coastal views, and it is one of the most filmed fortresses, having starred in Downton Abbey, the first 2 Harry Potter movies, and Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. While we're on our way to our next destination, let me share that we booked our rental car on Airport Rentals. There is an affiliated link in the description for you to check out their deals. When we picked up the car, we got upgraded to a bigger size, which made our trip a lot more comfortable, and we also got an extra driver added for free. Tonight we are staying in Whitley Bay. It's a coastal city with a long stretch beach. It can get a little bit windy and cold though. It is England after all. When we arrived, we had to try the famous fish and chips, as it is always better at the seaside. And we went to this restaurant called Fisherman's Bay. It's close to the beach and it was delicious. Tonight we are gonna go meet up with another friend that lives in Newcastle, which is only 45 minutes train ride from Whitley Bay. We walked around Newcastle city, walked across a few bridges, and also ate some steak pie in one of the famous places here. We passed by Newcastle Stadium, St. James Park, and the Strawberry, which is the local pub for the supporters. Today we are going to drive to York. It's about 2 hours drive, but we are going to make a stop in Sunderland. Why Sunderland, you might ask? To be honest, it's not a place that we would recommend stopping on your road trip. It's basically just an industrial city. But we are going here today to watch a football game, Sunderland against Southampton.
After spending a night in Whitley Bay, we start our way down back to London. But we decide to stop on the way and go and watch Southampton Football Club playing against Sunderland in Sunderland. As few of you know, I'm a big Southampton fan, and this was the first time I had to experience and see Southampton live, and all these famous players just near to me, easy to watch. It was fantastic. We got prime seats just near the pitch, near the Southampton bench. But what we didn't realize is that there was no other Southampton fans in that area, only us. So we kind of received a little bit of a bully banter from the away supporters, but at the end of the day, we had a lot of fun. Unluckily, Southampton lost 5-0, and was a very sad result. But I had the chance to go and watch them for first time live. Make sure, guys, when you are in the stadium, don't bring your drinks with you to the stands. You are only allowed to drink any alcoholic drinks just back inside the bars or the places where they sell the beers. We made that rookie mistake at the beginning, and then we almost got kicked out of the stadium. So just want to make you aware of that.
Now we're on our way to drive to York. We are only staying one night, so tonight we will be going out to the city to have a look around this beautiful old town. So many people have recommended us to go and stay in York. And we are staying in a bed and breakfast about 20 minutes outside of the city. We took the bus from outside of our guest house into the city. It's so easy. I love the transportation system here in the UK. We went to check out Shambler Street. It's like a street frozen in time. It's one of the best preserved medieval shopping streets in all of Europe. Some say this street inspired J.K. Rowling when she dreamed up Diagon Alley. I can totally see their resemblance. Just being here gives you major Harry Potter vibes. We also found a Colombian restaurant on the street of York. It's called Tricolor.
Muévense, mueve con mi cumbia. Escúchame, escucha mi cumbia.
Quick update on what happened to our hotel night from Chester, where the host charged us a late fee of extra £20. We filed a complaint instantly to Agoda that it does not mention anywhere in the terms and conditions about any late fees, and they have reviewed the case and they have now sent the money back. So that's all good. It is day 7 and tomorrow we have to be back in London and return the car before 4 p.m. We just finished our breakfast, a traditional English breakfast here in our B&B, and then we're on our way to our next stop. Just 2 hours drive from York, we are arriving in the city of Nottingham, the legendary home of Robin Hood, Nottingham Castle, and the oldest pub in the country. We were in Nottingham on a Sunday, so of course we had to go and try a Sunday roast. We had the best Sunday roast at Father Gill's, located next to the Robin Hood statue. We are now on our way to London. First, we're gonna make a quick stop in Leicester for breakfast. Then about 2 hours drive where we'll return the rental vehicle in Heathrow. Again, you can find the link below to the rental car deals with airport
I'm not
rentals.
heading for the stars, driving down the boulevard at night.
So on this road trip, we drove 940 miles or 1,500 kilometers. If you want to get more tips of where to stay in the places we visited, you can find links in the description below. We only add the places that we actually liked and recommend staying. We spent £366 for the car rental, £129 on gas. We only filled up once halfway outside of Stirling, and again right before returning the car. We spent £485 on accommodation, £555 on food and drinks. So total, we have spent £1,508 or $1,875 on this trip.
Down the boulevard at night.
We're now back in London after dropping our car at Heathrow Airport, and we're back in our hotel. And we only had 1 week for this trip, which is sad because there were so many places that we skipped, that we couldn't visit, and it felt very rushed. We were not able to explore each place properly, but at the same time, because of the short time that we had, we felt like we got to see a lot and experience a lot on the way. If we are to come back to the UK in the future, based on what we have learned over this past week, I think we would go directly to Scotland and maybe rent a camper van and drive around the countryside. What do you think? Should we add that to our travel list? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, please do hit the like button. And if you want to follow our journey around the world, please subscribe to our channel. It helps us a lot.
We don't need the past in our lives for tomorrow. Never see the end of the night, feel sorrow. What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love?